This video is a continuation of how to create preventative maintenance task lists in MainSmart. The previous video we created a very simple PM list using one task and interval at a time. To start with, I'm going to take our task list we created and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some detailed instructions. So what we have as far as the task goes is a simple task description, or maybe you refer to it as a task header, and maybe it's enough to fully describe the task. In a lot of cases it is, but in a lot of cases it may not be. So what we'll want to do in this case, for example, check oil level on gearboxes, is add some detailed instructions. So these detailed instructions can be typed in. Okay, and I'm not a very fast typer, so it might take a while, but okay, so we can kind of create a little list here if we want, and once we have what we want in here, we'll click OK, and then we'll click Save. And it's a two-step process, so don't forget that. Now if we reselect this row, we'll notice the Details button highlights, and that's indicating there are details on that task. So if we go back to our PM Update screen and print this list, bring it up in a print preview here, we'll see that we have the detailed instructions here. So these detailed instructions can actually be up to 2 gigabytes per record, so they're really unlimited. Well, there's other ways to do this. And let's see what we have in here. I'll go ahead and select this row, and I'll pick Details, and then I can actually open a file that contains detailed instructions. And let's see what we have here. Move this over here. Okay, so we drag this back over so you can see what we're doing here. These are detailed instructions that were created and saved. So if I pick this SOP lube, it opens the file right into the details. Now I can add on to this by picking Append, and let's see if there's something else we want to put in there. Okay, well, I'd had nothing in it, so let's try Append again, and I'm just going to throw whatever in there. Okay, so you can see it added more details onto this. Now these aren't really appropriate to oiling a chain, obviously, but the idea here is you can keep building this however you want. Now you can continue to type in here. You can also, if you have a manual that's PDF or maybe an online manual, you can select text and drag it and drop it right into the screen. So it makes it really handy for assigning out these detailed instructions. So I'll click OK and Save. Alright, so now I think I probably have a little bit more embellished PM list, so to speak. I'll need to click my refresh button to reload the data, and as you can see, there's a little more on that now. Okay, so that's your details. Now I'm going to talk about some shortcuts, and I think I'm just going to cover task packages and how to copy one PM list onto another. To start with, a task package, what is that? Well, it might be better just to say what it isn't first. A task package is not a PM list. Okay, so if you create a task package, you can't assign it out. You need to get to tab number 5 to create the actual PMs that are linked to the equipment and to a person and so on that you can actually assign out. The task package, notice it says optional, are just simply building blocks to help you build your PM list quickly. So let's create one called Chain 7. I'm just giving it a name to help me remember what it is I'm looking at. And what this is going to be, it's going to be a 2 or more tasks that have to do with chains, PMs for chains. So I can go in here and I can look for the chain tasks. I see a couple I could probably use here, or I could use my filter and pick chain tasks. Okay, I like all these, so I'm going to arrow key them all over. and then I click Save, and now I have this task package. And again, all a task package is, as far as the program is concerned, is a task and an interval. So let's see what a task package is good for. Go over to tab 5 again. And what I'm going to do now, instead of adding a singular task and interval, I'm going to add this new task package. If I forget what's in this, I can always go back, but it might be easier just to click the View button, and it'll show me. Alright, so if I click Save, it added all those tasks at once. So that's what a task package is for. Alright, so let's just suppose we have this piece of equipment, this roller bed, and we have other ones, and they require a similar, or maybe even an exact PM list. So we don't really want to go through and create each one from scratch, especially with our details and so on. So probably the best way to do this would be to pick the next one. Notice there's no PMs. Come over here, remembering everything to the right of this divider line has to do with the tasks that we are going to put onto this equipment. I checked the radio button, PM list. There's the PM list I just created, and I click Save. Okay, I'll go to my next roller bed, Save. Go to my next roller bed, click Save. Hopefully you're getting the idea here. And as it turns out, this particular roller bed, I don't need these exact same tasks. Maybe it's slightly different. So let's delete. I select a row, and I'm going to select 2 rows by holding the Control key and clicking with the left mouse click on the row. And I'm going to click Delete. That will get rid of those 2 records, and then I can always add something else back. So, well, that one's already on there. It won't accept the duplicate. It'll just ignore a duplicate record. Alright, so I just threw something else on there. I need to pick an interval, of course. And there we go. So you can mix and match these PM lists however you want, but by copying a PM list onto a piece of equipment, you'll get accurate and efficient and consistent PM lists built very quickly. So let's go back and look at our PM screen. Okay, I need to refresh it. So I'm going to right click, because I know I have more tasks than this, but the screen was open and didn't refresh itself. Okay, so wow, we've got a lot on here now. So it looks like we're pretty much in business with our PMs.